Hello, iCCCon vendor room. Want to make a quick announcement. At 5 o'clock on the main stage in the McGavock Ballroom, Kim, the man who shot Luke Skywalker Simmons, will be live on stage with a one-on-one interview. Come learn about all the Kenner vintage photography from Empire Strikes Back through Return of the Jedi and even into the modern collection. Hope to see you at 5 o'clock.
jack it up.
Hi, folks. We're just going to go live to YouTube Live here real quick. We've already started streaming and getting everything going, so I'm going to go live to them and say hi to everybody in Cyberland. And don't mind me for just a moment, since you probably will hear it on the audio. Hello, YouTube Live. I'm David Longwater, your Master of Ceremonies for iCCCon. Thanks for joining us. We're so glad you're able to join us out there in Cyberland. We're sorry you can't be here in Nashville, but we hope you have a great time watching. We've got some great content for you. Here in just a few minutes, we've got Kim D.M. Simmons, the man who shot Luke Skywalker, live on stage. I'm going to have a one-on-one interview with him. After that, Dickie Beer, famous stuntman. And then tomorrow, we open everything up with Jim Swearingen first thing in the morning. We're live streaming all weekend. Tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday and Sunday. We hope you can join us as often and as you're able, and we hope you enjoy the content we're going to provide. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Hello, iCCCon. How we doing? We having fun? Yeah. Did we buy anything cool? You have any money left? No. I haven't had a chance to go spend any money yet. I still got a wad. Nobody follow me back to my room. I don't actually have a wad of cash in my pocket. All right, I have a treat for you. So next up is Kim D.M. Simmons, the man who shot Luke Skywalker. If you've never met Kim or talked to Kim, he's the most incredible guy. He worked directly alongside Kenner as the chief photographer from about 1980 to, well, I'll let him tell you the exact date that he retired from shooting the photography, but he did all of the vintage line all the way up through the Power of Force, and then he moved into the Power of the Force line in the 90s as well. So we're going to take a look at some photographs today. We're going to have some stories, and we're going to see what Kim has to say. So I would like to give a round of applause and a warm welcome for Kim D.M. Simmons, the man who shot Luke Skywalker. Hello, my friend. Come on, have a seat.
Oh, yes. Whoa.
So have a seat, relax. So, Kim, for those that don't know you, maybe let's give us a little background. When did you start shooting photography alongside Kenner? You worked for a subcontractor that Kenner hired in to do the photography. Tell us a little bit about that.
After leaving grad school, I needed a job. I didn't care where it was. But an art director I knew suggested I go talk to Roy Frankenfield. So he needed help. So I said, okay. So I made an appointment to see him, and I got in to see him. I didn't know what I was shooting. I didn't care. It's like, it was a job. I said, I'll sweep your floors. Got $75 a week. I'm good. But I found out later that it was, during the interview, I'm kind of looking around and saying, wow, these are toys. Okay, cool. Okay. And then he called me up and says, okay, I'm going to give you $100 a week. We'll see how it floats for a couple of weeks. We'll see how you work out. Okay.
It worked out.
It worked out, yeah. I worked my way to $200 a week, and it stayed that way for about 6 years. Might be 5, I don't know.
What was the first thing that you did? I imagine he didn't put you behind the lens for your first task.
Actually, it was. I literally walked in at 8 o'clock in the morning. By 9 o'clock, I was up a ladder 6 feet looking down on, because I remembered it was a Darth Vader, the insert. And I was up on the camera, and I was setting the figures up in the way he had the outline on the back of the camera. It was an 8x10 Deerdorf. So, and I had never loaded 8x10 film in my life. It was way beyond me to afford that. So I had to go back, and my hands were sweating. You don't go into a dark room loading film with sweaty hands. So I went in and okay, it's a 4x5 on steroids. So it's loaded in, put it in, came out, shot. Done.
Now, for us photography amateurs, those 8x10 film cartridges, that's from one of those giant cameras with the bellows, and
yes.
That's a mega camera.
Yeah.
even by today's standards, those shoot great photography.
No, by today's standards, it's a huge camera.
Yeah. Well, size-wise, of course, but technology, they shot great photos.
Well, yeah, the standard is always, at least the guys that I know, it's still the standard. You know, how do you beat an 8x10 piece of film? Transparency film.
Did you ever use different formats in the photography over the years? Did you use the 8x10? Did you do 35 millimeter?
I used everything from 8x10 all the way down to 35s. I mean, everything in between. It was like, pick up a camera, use it. Pick up a camera, use it. Neil, you need this? Okay, use it. I transferred the same, even when I went into digital, when I started doing digital, did the same thing. It was like, my camera broke down, I need a camera. Okay, I used every variety there was at the time, so.
We've got up on the screen one of my favorite images from the TIE Interceptor. This is the finished product. This is what it looks like on the package. If any of you own this toy, this is what you're looking at. Yep. How does it start from concept, from Kenner, as a contract to the photographer?
You see the white outline? You see where the logo is? You see where the type is? Fill it.
Did they give you any direction of what figures they wanted in the shot?
Yes, I was told, you know, they've got to have the Royal Guard, you have Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers, and there's a shot. Don't know if did we use that or not? where I actually have, you see there, but there was actually a preliminary shot that I don't think I gave you. It's in the book, where I actually, sorry, where I used a TIE fighter pilot. And at the time, we didn't pick the background yet. So I didn't know, and that's a projected background, so I didn't know where we were going with it. And it was left up to me to pick the background on this. I just picked the subsurface that I was using it on. I said, okay, hey, the stainless steel looks really cool. It fits. And nobody argued, so I went from there. But then it was like the TIE fighter pilot, it's the one time that I'm saying, hey, I can start with a TIE fighter pilot. It's really dark, Kim. I don't think we're going to see too much of that. Yeah, it would have fit perfect there.
This is not the final shot, but it's one that was in the succession. If I'm not mistaken, you shot many shots, and then Kenner decided which ones they wanted to use.
I shot a couple of different views. And
about how many shots do you think you would shoot for each vehicle or figure?
It depends. It would depend. Sometimes it was dead nuts on, but as long as I left them the room for what they wanted, it was kind of like it'd get up to the art studio, and then they might take it up to Art Hefner, and Art Hefner might say, no, which one do you like, guys? And he was an artist in his own right, so he could pick up what he wanted to do.
Now, a shot like this is a shot almost sort of in the raw. It's a finished shot, but there's more that goes into it before it gets its packaging. What steps come after this?
Well, once I give them the film, and in this case, there you go. Once they have the transparency, and by this time, believe it or not, most of this was a lot of transparency work, because they didn't have to do a whole lot to it after that. They would take it and do their artwork, and I was out of the picture.
Is there any airbrushing on a image like this one that goes into the process? Any airbrushing?
No, I don't think there was any airbrushing on this. See, that's when they were doing the transparency. They didn't do much. There was no artwork for Billy Ellison to do. If they did anything, it came in the post, in the production line somewhere at the separator. They might do this or that or whatever.
How many in the audience have Kim Simmons books? There's a few of you. His books are really awesome. So I'll give him a little plug. He has his books at his table. You should really check these books out because as a fan myself, they're beautiful books with beautiful high-resolution photos that chronicle through the beginning, even before you were the chief photographer.
Yes.
And then it goes through your whole series and even into Return of the Jedi, which is the next book, which just got funded on the Kickstarter. So we're really excited about that one as well. One of the things that's in the special edition book of Empire Strikes Back is the micro collection, and the micro collection I know is a big fan favorite of many collectors. What are your memories of some of the micro collection figures?
I loved them personally. I really did. For some reason, they just clicked with me. I just enjoyed working with them. And it was kind of like I know on this one, on the torture, they're all in my head. It would be like, Kim, here's the toy. Initially it was like, shoot it every which way and a little bit loose, every angle, figure it out. And this is all preliminary stuff. I'd shoot it black and white, and I would shoot either 35 or 4x5. Polaroid is what I would do, generally, 4x5 Polaroid. And then go through, and they would pick what they wanted. And then from there, it would come back, and I'd shoot this, and I'd shoot the previous one. I would shoot whatever they would want on the package, but then go back to it and shoot the right way with film.
So you give them a preliminary shot, almost like a comp.
On every
pack,
most packages like this, that's what I would do.
Okay.
This one was done for Harry Reisner. This one's done. He was an art director that did the Toy Fair catalogs, and this one actually is really long. And a lot of empty space up here, because he would fill that with type or whatever they were doing. But this, I kind of cropped it way down because it's like, you guys don't need this. You want this image big. And I couldn't do that.
Tell us what we're looking at here.
The Wampa Cave, yes. And this is actually a piece of finished artwork. And, you'll see the raw, because I say it's raw, but it's really not. I need something in the background that simulates something. Snow, storm, anything. Well, cellophane kind of works to a point. And the snow, which is detergent, but all the marks are what they used them for. There's like, okay, 2 inches, 27%. They put in flaps, side panel, front panel. That's how they do it.
They give this information to the printer.
Right there. That goes right on that artwork, and the printer would take off with it.
This is not the Jabba the Hutt that I'm used to.
No. And I didn't know the difference. It was like, here, Kim, you need to shoot this one. Okay. And nobody told me this was a prototype or hard copy or whatever. And at that time, I didn't know the difference. They were just toys. But then I shot all this, spent all the time, and then I guess it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, they come back and go, okay, now you get to shoot again. What? I just shot all these. Nope. Now you got the real one. Okay.
Here we have a Empire Strikes Back scene with the ATST.
And you know what's, this is the shot as I did it. And I didn't even catch this for a long time. In the package, there's a second ATST back there. If you look on the package, in the background, back behind I think at least somebody do that, please, while you're on look on your phone. I saw it there, and I was like, wait a minute, when did that get put? I didn't put it in there. Well, and unknowingly later on, you'll see this. I did, not this one, but just hold on, don't move forward yet. I literally did that on the indoor scene, and I'm going, this looks right. I'll put one way back here. Didn't know it. Okay. All right, sorry. This is your Return of the Jedi. This is a package that was never done. You're seeing the comp that's right there that was done, that we photographed, and they never used it. They didn't want to spend the money, I guess, to change the artwork. They just changed, they put the different logo on it, Return of the Jedi logo, and that was it.
How many different toys do you think that there are comps out there of that never made it to packaging?
To my knowledge, just these the mini rigs. Some of these mini rigs.
I have seen others, so I didn't know if there were many different.
There could be a few out there, but I'm not too sure. Like this, I don't think they made this one. I don't think, as far as that packaging.
They would have sold so many.
I had a lot of fun with those, and this one, I loved creating the scenes, and then lighting them. That's actually a printed background. It's the first one I ever did that actually used a printed background, if I remember correctly. I didn't use projection, I don't believe. It's a few days ago.
What was it like, a day in the life as the photographer for Star Wars toys? Tell us about the typical day. Are you shooting toys every single day? Are you shooting Star Wars every single day?
No. There'd be anything from Fiskies for P&G. It could be tools, or it could be anything besides not just Kenner.